When the Los Angeles Lakers traded for Luka Doncic during the season, it wasn't so that he could be a two-year rental before he could be a free agent. The team gave up a lot to get him and wanted to build the franchise around him. However, Doncic was so shell-shocked after the Dallas Mavericks traded him that there were questions about whether or not he wanted Los Angeles to be his long-term home. Any questions about his Lakers' future were answered when he recently signed a 3-year contract extension with the team. He wanted to spend his whole career with the Mavericks, but it appears that loyalty has transferred to the Lakers. Doncic was clearly emotional about leaving Dallas following the trade and wasn't shy about it. He may not have fully emotionally recovered during the season. According to his manager, Laura Beth Seeger, Doncic has gotten over the Mavericks and is focused on the Lakers. He's moved on, she told The Athletic. Doncic has no choice but to move on, but it sounds like he's finally fully locked in on the Lakers going forward. Doncic didn't question Lakers' future. There was some speculation this offseason that Doncic might want to keep his options open for when he can be a free agent in 2027, but according to Seeger, the star guard never questioned whether or not he wanted to stay in Los Angeles. I think it was always known that when Luka was traded here, he's here now, Seeger said. He wants to win where he is, and it's important that he wins, and that we're working together with the team so we're not waiting. His mindset has never been to hop around. His mindset is to win championships. His mindset is to build where he is and to work together. And as long as he's signed with a team, it's a marriage and you treat it like a marriage. And marriages have hard times and good times, but you're loyal and you're faithful to each other through it all. And that's just who Luka is. I don't think he ever thought, I'm not signing my extension. Doncic wants to win in LA. Doncic was able to lead the Mavericks to the NBA Finals, but wasn't able to win a championship. With the Lakers, there's going to be more pressure to win not just one, but multiple championships. The Lakers got knocked out of the playoffs in the first round last season, which was a major disappointment for the franchise. Seeger believes that Doncic is eager to prove to the fan base that he's the right guy to lead them to more wins. He's only looking forward, and he's here. He wants to get the best players here. He wants to win, and he knows it starts with him, Seeger said. And I think that's what he proved this offseason. Okay, everyone wants to say, or people think that they know me, or I'm not a leader, or I'm this way, or I'm that way, I don't care. They can think and say whatever they want. I'm gonna show them who I am. The Los Angeles Lakers had another frustratingly quiet offseason. GM Rob Pelinka added Jake LaRavia, Marcus Smart, and DeAndre Ayton after losing Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency. It's hard to argue that these signings will be enough for the Lakers to go from a first-round exit team to a championship contender. Lakers fans who were hoping for a bigger splash will have to wait a little longer. This is something the fan base has grown accustomed to during the LeBron James era, as the front office has time and time again refused to put all their trade chips in for immediate upgrades. One of those immediate upgrades the Lakers were reportedly interested in for a long time was veteran forward Jerami Grant. The 31-year-old has long been a rumored trade target for the Lakers, but a deal never materialized. Now, the Portland Trail Blazers are reportedly considering benching him ahead of the 2025-26 campaign, per Sean Highkin of the Rose Garden Report. This signals a big fall from grace for Grant. Jerami Grant benched by the Blazers ahead of new season. The biggest hurdle for Grant in any trade discussions is his player-friendly contract. He will make $32 million next season and is under contract for 2 more seasons after that. Considering Grant's level of production last season, this is one of the worst contracts in the league. Grant played only 47 games last season and averaged 14.4 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 32.4 minutes per game. His miserable 52.3% true shooting, mostly due to his disastrous two-point shooting, made him an ineffective offensive player. Combine that with his decline on the defensive side of the ball, and it's understandable why the Blazers are benching him in favor of Deni Avdija and Toumani Camara, who are far superior players at this stage of their respective careers. The Blazers have struggled to find a trade partner for Grant, and his demotion will only lower that possibility. However, this presents an opportunity for the Lakers. LA has a slew of bad contracts in Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Maxi Kleber, which they can use to match salaries in a trade. Perhaps the Blazers would give up additional draft capital to entice the Lakers to take on Grant's bad contract. If that happens, the Lakers should think about whether they can revive Grant in a more competitive situation. The domino that hasn't fallen during this NBA offseason was Giannis Antetokounmpo requesting a trade away from the Milwaukee Bucks. The Los Angeles Lakers, and every other team in the league, is waiting for the two-time NBA MVP to finally clue in on how bleak his future looks like in Wisconsin. Antetokounmpo has described himself as a winner in the past. If that was truly his biggest priority, then the Bucks superstar should be due to clue in on the fact that Milwaukee does not offer him the opportunity to live up to that desired status anymore. Shams Charania joined Get Up on ESPN on Monday to discuss the Antetokounmpo situation. Frustratingly, the update did not deliver any short of meaningful traction in either direction for the former NBA Finals MVP. Sources tell me there's still nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo will stay in Milwaukee or whether he will be leaving, Charania told viewers. He's continuing to evaluate his future. He wants to win a second championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo will need to relocate for another NBA title. Charania mentioned that Antetokounmpo keeps asking himself whether this Bucks roster is one with which another championship can be won. With all due respect to Giannis, that is not a difficult question to answer. Everyone can confidently see what Milwaukee has is not enough. The NBA world is waiting on Antetokounmpo to figure that out for himself. Perhaps it is difficult to finally pull the trigger on a decision to leave the only NBA team that one has played for during a 12-year career. However, the toughest choices are usually the most rewarding in the long run. The Bucks have suffered 3 straight first-round exits. The roster around Antetokounmpo has continued to struggle in its effectiveness since the 2021 NBA championship. Waiving Damian Lillard and signing Myles Turner will not be the fix that changes that. Is Myles Turner about to get Jeremy Granted? What will finally give Antetokounmpo a rejuvenated championship window is a change of scenery. The Lakers would love for that moment to involve the palm trees and dazzle of Los Angeles. Rob Pelinka and his franchise do not have the most attractive trade package that can be offered for the Greek Freak. However, they are not without assets altogether. The Lakers would need an assist from Antetokounmpo in specifically demanding a deal to Los Angeles. Should that be the case, it would quickly end their search for a superstar running mate to fill the void next to Luka Doncic after the eventual departure of LeBron James. Doncic has committed to the Lakers for the foreseeable future. What better way to reward that loyalty than by pairing Luka with another one of the NBA's top talents?